This poison build is ridiculously strong, mainly because of my powerful skills, which I'll show in a second. But let's go over the items. First up, I have Shipwreck, which hasn't been nerfed yet, even though it was supposed to be. That will happen on the big patch that's coming soon. I've got Pufferfish, possibly the best applier of poison in the game, and I've enhanced mine all the way up to 18 poison application per haste. Beach Ball, which keeps everything hasted and lets Puffer do its thing. Seaweed, which usually full heals me when it goes off. Clamora, which is excellent utility, especially in combination with Shipwreck and certain skills. And Seashell, which is an extremely potent small item shield stacker. I have 5% crit on it, which is sometimes relevant. Now let's look at these amazing skills. Oceanic Rush. At the start of each fight, haste 3 aquatic items for 6 seconds. That gets the poison going on Puffer right away, and just snowballs everything. Creeping Chill. The first time you slow each fight, freeze an item for 6 seconds. This is insanely strong with Clamora, because it happens right at the start of the fight. Clamora slows 2 items for 2 seconds, and Creeping Chill freezes another item for 6 seconds. Very powerful. Final Dose. This was my starting skill, and it's awesome with Puffer. All that extra poison application really adds up, as you'll see. Petrifying Gaze, which is one of the best monster skills in the game, especially when it's at gold tier or higher. It's still great here at silver tier, where the first time you fall below half health each fight, freeze all enemy items for 1 second. That can buy me a little bit of time for my seaweed to go off again, or my seashell to go off, or for the poison ticks to kill them. And my last skill is a dud. I thought this might work with Puffer, but it doesn't. Creeping Toxins gives your slowest poison item 5 poison. Since Puffer doesn't have a cooldown, I guess it doesn't count as my slowest poison item, so that's a little too bad. But either way, this build does a ton of poison application and has great survivability and utility. You don't need a lot of skills, you just need some powerful skills to make a build insanely strong. So let's get into this fight versus another Vanessa. There are still a lot of Vanessa builds that kill really quickly, but I have some utility to prevent that, especially with the Petrifying Gaze. Okay, wow, their Puffer does even more poison application than mine, but overall their board doesn't look as good. As you can see, I got off that freeze and the slows from Clamora, and they're already up to 600 poison, and they're gone. Almost 700 poison in such a short span of time. So even though their Puffer has more poison, I have way more haste going on with the start of the fight, Oceanic Rush, and the Beach Ball. And the disruption from the Clamora, the freeze, it was just too much for them. So now how can I power up my build further? 3 regeneration might do a little bit over the course of the fight, but it's usually going to be unnecessary because Seaweed full heals me a lot of the time anyways. I could get max HP at the temporary boost, but I think I'm just going to go to the shop and see if I can find another Beach Ball. No Beach Ball here, I'll just reroll. I am quite sure that Beach Ball is the best item here for this final slot. I think my other items are set in stone, but this could either be Beach Ball or Astrolabe if I find an Astrolabe. I could get this tropical island because I have so much money anyways. I think I'm just going to do that. Might as well, because at the start of each hour this will give me a coconut or citrus, so those will be some little buffs. Water Wheel is a solid mid-game item for the Puffer poison build, I think, but it doesn't hold up as much in the late game because it takes up so much space on your board. I think it's usually not as good as Beach Ball or Astrolabe, or in some situations I think Captain's Wheel is better. But with everything in this game, it really depends on your build, your skills, things like that. Poison items. So this could be some enchanted poison items. I think normally skill is going to be a better payoff though. I am really curious to look in the shop because, you know, this is a very rare shop and sometimes you can find some cool enchanted items. Like, if I found one of these enchanted with poison, that would be amazing. Or beach ball enchanted. Okay, this is... I'm just doing this for the content. I'm going to go to this Nightshade store, even though I think Nufu is better. Like, the skill store is better on average. Let's go see the poison items. Okay, these are just your regular old poison items. Jellyfish is good. I was playing jellyfish for a lot of this game, but at this point it's unnecessary. I would rather cover all my bases with shielding, utility, and healing rather than extra poison when Puffer already applies so much poison. Here are the poison enchanted items, but I don't want any of these, so this was a miss. That's okay though, I think I'm still strong enough to get 10 wins. Void Golem. Now, if I fight the Void Golem and it destroys my pufferfish at the start of the fight, I don't think I'll be able to win. I don't think I'll be able to tank enough. Also, if it destroys the beach ball, Puffer will only apply haste at the start of the fight with the Oceanic Rush. Void Golem is probably too risky for my build, but I'm going to do it anyways, just because I think I'm strong enough to get 10 wins either way. I want to learn more about how this fight works, so I'm going to walk into it anyways. Oh, I might have forgotten to sell my item from the Tropical Island. Let's try out the Void Golem. What does it destroy? Because it has a skill that destroys at the start of the fight. So it did destroy my beach ball. 54 poison applied. Oh, caltrops. Oh, okay. These are going to get me. Because every time I use items, I'm taking 205 damage, and these are just getting spammed. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to have to note that down. I know I could have just looked it up on... There's a list out there for PvE encounters, but that's alright. Small and large items. I could find an upgrade. Clamor upgrade would be really nice. I could also get gumballs, but I'm gonna look for the Clamor upgrade. I think that would be the most impactful. Okay, I don't want any of these. I don't need crit skills. I'm just gonna go here. Although, you know, it would be funny to go crit skills to have more crit for seaweed and seashell. Could actually be useful. Don't want any of these. And I need one more space, I think, because this is going to make an item, this is going to make an item. I probably should have just sold the submarine. You know, submarine is a great item. Sometimes I just hold on to it, even though I know I'll never play it. It's a great item, though. It carried me through the early and mid-game. Alright. I think usually poison is pretty good against pig builds, but if the Pygmalien has a lot of damage, stacking damage, there's like some yo-yo combos, or caltrops, like we just saw. Caltrops can be really difficult for me. Okay, there's one caltrops. See if I can sustain through it with the seaweed heals and the seashell shields. Look at this poison stacking. And I think I'm pretty stable here. Surviving 700, 800 poison. I don't know if I've ever seen poison get over 800. I want to get it to 1,000, but yeah, I've got 10 wins already on this run. I just wanted to showcase this. A very, very good poison build. Probably the best I've had at this point. These skills were so good, though. I'll just highlight everything just because I know it's really helpful right now. There isn't really a place... Okay, well that's wrong. Slow 0 items. It's slow 2 items for 2 seconds. Yeah, it would be better if I highlight everything before the final fight. Although I did highlight everything at the start of the video, so you can just check back there. Or for like the proper values on some of those. The proper values are here for the skills, but not for some of the items. But yeah, that was fun.